You know the old saying, birds of a feather flock together, and Meghan Markle's season 2 cast lineup for With Love Meghan? Oh, it's basically a whole aviary of PR birds. We've got the fake salesman or saleswoman, the apology on autopilot internet bully, and the queen of victimhood herself. If you ever wondered why you dislike Meghan or why people dislike Meghan, I will show you proof that Meghan attracts people who mirror her brand. So let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Star Chairs, and in this channel, we analyze videos and articles through the lens of PR. And today, I had to move away from my kitchen and into another room because my sciatic nerve is killing me. So I will be standing up for now. Maybe in the next video, I will be sitting down. Who knows? This sciatica pain runs my life. Hello everyone, I just want to thank the sponsors of today's video, and of course, it's my viewers, which the first one is going to be Ana Paula Pereira M, and then Jules, Eileen, Monica, Matters, Bella, and IO. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. If you want to sponsor my next video, you can go ahead and sponsor it on buymecoffee//StarChairs. And of course, this money, I always use it for the cats, as you saw. Actually, I think he was just dropped off in my front lawn. But funny thing about it, I was able to give him antibiotics for 2 days, and he's been eating every day. But his mama and his brother came on over, and they're now together, all three of them, the little pack. And he's doing very well. His eyes are no longer watery, and now he won't even let me grab him. So that means that he is feeling a lot better. Anyways, first up, Jamie Kern Lima. This woman built her empire selling makeup on QVC like she was curing diseases. And hey, good for her hustle. She is now a billionaire. But let's be honest, she had to smile like a beauty queen pageant finalist on caffeine while telling miracle product stories that were basically glorified infomercials on QVC. You know that vibe when someone's smiling so hard, their face looks like it's begging for another ice pack? Yeah. That's Jamie. She pulled out a sob story about how she struggled and how no one believed in her, how her face was so ugly without makeup, and then poof, miracle of miracles, her product changed everything. It is the classic emotional pitch to get you to buy from her trick. We've all seen it before. The car salesman telling you this model is just like the one I bought my daughter. You know what? And then you're like, I just saw your daughter driving a Tesla, and you are appalled because you know he lied to your face. Or the MLM friend who suddenly invites you to catch up for coffee. Somehow that coffee is served with a catalog and a starter kit, and you're out $69. You're like, yikes, this is why I have trust issues. Jamie perfected that formula. And when you've lived in that sales world long enough, authenticity stops being a personality trait and starts being a costume you wear for your audience or for when you meet new people. Meghan must have seen her and thought, finally someone who speaks my love language, the language of polish, insincere, and authenticity. And then we got the best of all, Chrissy Teigen. Oh, Chrissy, the internet's former it girl turned cautionary tale in 280 characters or less. Let's remember, Chrissy faced massive backlash after being exposed of years of cyberbullying, like telling people to harm themselves, levels of bad. She apologized, kinda. But you know those apologies where the words say, I'm sorry, but the tone's like, ugh, can we move on already? Yeah, that right there. She's known for this no filter, I'm just keeping it real persona, but what that usually translates to is, I said something cruel, but it popped into my head and I thought it was cute, and now I'm shocked that you took it personally. Oh my goodness, yeah, that kind. They disguise cruelty as honesty. If they say something cutting, they frame it as brutal truth or tough love. So if you react badly, sorry, you're too sensitive. Like, no, they turn it
back on you instead of owning the harm. They make your reaction the problem. Now, it's not what they said, it's that you couldn't handle it. They rewrite the intent after the fact that they say, oh, I was just joking, or you misunderstood me. This lets them dodge admitting that, yes, the words were mean and deliberate. They create a pattern of immunity by always defending what they say as, I was just being real. They train people around them to stop challenging them because it is exhausting and pointless to argue with them. You know that person. You and I can think about one person. This is the personality trait that takes zero accountability because in their mind, if they hurt you, it's your fault for taking it the wrong way. It caused drama? Well, it's your fault for overreacting. If people distance themselves, it's because they can't handle the truth, not because the person's behavior is toxic. Oh my goodness. Like in PR terms, it's a deflection. Like it's a deflection tactic, a way to preserve their image without ever admitting that they were wrong. And in personal life, it's the reason relationships with these people feel like you're walking on eggshells with them. And here's the thing, this is why we dislike these people so much, because we've all met a Chrissy, that one friend who tells it like it is, but somehow always manages to punch down. The coworker who makes a joke about you in the meeting and then says, oh, line up, I was just joking. The family member who claims to be a peacemaker or loving, but somehow always pours gasoline on the fire. And you're like, can anybody else see this? So seeing these women with Meghan in a show, it instantly gives off those mean girl vibes. You know, the vibes that you steer clear of at work or in school. And that you know the moment that you are out of earshot, they are just like sharpening their claws. Now, here's where it comes all together, guys. Jamie, Chrissy, these two women with reputations built on perfectly packaged public personas are exactly the kind of people Meghan handpicks for her inner circle. Because here's the formula. Have a victim story ready at all times. Smile like your mortgage depends on it. Because let's be honest, it does. Never, ever let the audience see the cracks in the mask. And yet we have seen them in all of them. It's PR 101. Meghan is nothing if not the valedictorian of PR spin. Surround yourself with people who mirror you, and you will never have to risk looking like the odd one out. Because here's the problem. The public sees it. And it's not why Meghan is so disliked. Not because she's too ambitious or misunderstood, but because she's an embodiment of someone that we have dealt with in real life. The coworker who takes credit for your work then cries in front of HR when you call them out, or that neighbor who acts like they're the pillar of the community but secretly starts every single rumor on the block, or that friend that plays the victim every time she's held accountable, leaving you drained just from being in her orbit. When you've been burned by someone like that, you can smell it a mile away. And Meghan's whole flock smells the same. And that is why this season's cast is actually more telling than the show's premise. The people Meghan surrounds herself with aren't random whatsoever. They're reflections. They reinforce her narrative, they validate the poor me storyline, and they're just polished enough to make it look credible. Until we scratch the surface, and that's why we are here. It's like when you're at a wedding and you spot that table. You know that table, all the loud, dramatic cousins sitting together so the chaos is contained in one corner. Yeah, Meghan's show is that table. And honestly, maybe that's the most relatable part, because we've all been to a wedding, a party, side-eyeing that drama table, thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to be so fun to watch from a distance. So yes, birds of a feather flock together, and Meghan's flock, it's made up of people who have mastered the art of looking genuine while keeping one hand firmly on the till. The fake smiles, the rehearsed sob stories, and the endless spin, it is all there. And the only difference between them and the people that you and I have dealt with in real life, it's that these ones have Netflix contracts. All right, guys, and that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know in the comment section below what Meghan in your life has traumatized you. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.